Yes, it is.
Heartbreak's a funny thing, how it makes you think, what it makes you want. Why, when it ends, does getting revenge sound better than moving on? Damn, I'd love to live and let live. Let it go, forgive and forget. Holding a grudge ain't what I wanna do, but when it comes to you, I hope it's hell at night, straight to the morning. I hope you close your eyes, just can't ignore it, 'cause it's too damn loud, tossing and turning. I hope it's hell at night, and my memories burning.
Hey, I hope you hear me every time you play a song. I hope you meet the right person, but y'all never get along. I hope you know that you ain't right and you so good at burning bridge. I hope you finally find some love and every day you hurt your feelings. I hope you turn your heater on and it blow cold. I hope you leave your car running at the store and it gets stolen. I hope you have a nightmare every single day of your life. I hope you have a bad morning and one hell of a night.
I hope it's hell at night, straight to the morning.
This is where we grew up with things that right here. NHL started
Just can't
years
ignore
ago,
it, 'cause it's too
Monsters of
damn
Dirt, over 1,250 members, over $50,000 given away, 7 years,
I hope it's hell at
over 1,000
night.
races. We're back for
My
the
memories
ATI Pro Late Models here
I hope you
at Eldora for the MOD World Championships, and we're about to send them qualifying. Let's do it. So we got all kinds of batted-bone drivers out here. We got 32 quick ones, including our own Anthony Chuck Cottle. I've seen him put it on some boys at Eldora before, but we got a hell of a field tonight, Chubb. What do you think? Got anything for him?
Nah, just gotta make the race first.
Well, we got a new member, Mason Orndorff. He joined the league this season. And he's come out here and pretty much stuck only to the Pro Late Models. And he's held on to he hasn't won him a feature yet, but he's got a 7-point lead in the points. So, but the man who just won the championship and picked up his 8th championship in the mini stocks, Jamie Massey, he's only 7 points behind. He won 1 race this season. Joseph Grandy won a 410 championship a few weeks ago, a 410 wing sprint championship in the Winter Series. He's 3rd in points, 20 points back. And Adam Holbert, the 14-time champion, Adam's out here looking for another championship, but he's 55 back. He's going to need everybody to have a pretty off night if he's going to have a chance at picking up that 15th championship. He might get it in the UMPs, I believe it is, next week. He might get that 15th. Jamie Massey won his 8th championship tonight. Jamie Massey won his 8th championship. That's our 116th champion. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Appreciate you. See you out there, Casey, man. We'll be watching you on Wednesday night. Oh, smooth voice Casey Childers does his own broadcast with ECC on TikTok. Look him up on Casey Childers on TikTok. Bryson Daffrena, multi-time champion on dirt and asphalt in our leagues. These boys are qualifying. We got 32 qualifiers out here, which means we're going to have 3 heat races and a really big, strong B main. So it's going to be some good racing out here. Bryson Daffern's won 21 features in the Monsters of Dirt, 4 championships, $330 won in cash and prizes. Little Lane Phillips putting it to the floor here in that number 2 car. Here's a world champion, Hayden Cardwell. He's been part of the league for a long time. Hayden Cardwell Started 63 races in the Monsters of Dirt, and won 28 features, 2 championships, and almost $1,500 in cash. Hayden's definitely cashed in on his speed in the Monsters of Dirt, but that's nothing like the money he's made in iRacing as a world pro. But that's all right. We got our own world pro here. Adam Holbert, 14-time champion, takes the pole position. He's going to have to win and dominate this race and hope for some major bad luck. But Adam's won championships in all kinds of ways. When you win 14 championships in 7 years, you know how to win a championship. You know how to get it done. So Adam Holbert started in the league back in July 13th of 2019. He's started 342 races. Adams won 51 features, 14 championships, and $670 cash, and a bunch of prizes. I think he's won 2 or 3 butt kickers. Kendall Tucker tried to make a run at that pole position, but came up just short. He's going to out-qualify Hayden, but he's going to be right behind Adam Holbert. Adam Holbert ran a hell of a lap with that 15:31. It looks like that's going to just about wrap up qualifying. Here it is. We're going to go to heat race number 1. We're out here for heat race number 1. Adam Holbert's going to lead them to the green flag. It looks a little foggy out. There's Adam Holbert on the pole with Joseph Grady starting second. Christopher Long with a good run here with a 75 of Daniel Adams starting 4th. Dean Reynolds out on the outside of row 3 with Carter Long on the inside. Christopher Ayers on the outside of row 4 with Anthony Chubb Cottle on the inside. Caleb Davis on the inside of row 5 with David Owens on the outside. Austin Thompson rounds out your field. As Adam Holbert, when he gets out front, sometimes he just dominates these events. He's got to dominate that start. Laps, no cautions. Adam Holbert looking impressive right now as the field eats up Christopher Long. They go looking around and already. These boys are quick, they're fast, and they are talented. This is the Monsters of Dirt. Top of the wheel, and that's what Adam Holbert is right now, coming off of turn number 4. 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go for Adam Holbert. Joseph Grady second. Daniel Adam third. Christopher Long fourth. Dean Reynolds fifth. Long's in the transfer spot, but Anthony Chubb Cottle's trying to push Dean Reynolds around him to take that spot. He does. Chubb Cottle takes 6, but Carter Long settling in 7th. We got 5 laps to go. 14-time champions got the pedal to the metal, but Joseph Grady rips it in right behind him. Here they come right at you. 4 laps to go. On the outside's a 75 of Daniel Adams. He's trying to get some momentum and get up front. Right now with Joseph Grady second, they pass the start-finish line. We got 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go as Dean Reynolds is in 5th with Anthony Chubb Cottle in 6th. Dean's a little damage as Chubb goes around on the outside. Chubb makes a good clean move, and he's going to get by with 5 laps. 2 laps to go. My fault, he moves in the 5th. Second. There's the white flag. second. Adams. Reynolds is your top 6, but right now Reynolds is getting down. Here's a trying to get into that feature. Adam Lover comes off a turn forward. Grandy on the bumper for a second. Adams third line. And Herrera makes the move around Dean Reynolds to take the transfer spot. Dean Reynolds is going to be starting on the pole of the B main there, as they had tied up after the finish there. Dean gotten a little damage, and that damage slowed him up just enough that it cost him getting into the feature. World Pro Kendall Tucker qualified second. He's starting on the pole for heat race number 2. Douglas Stewart starting second with Austin Bloodworth. Tyler Descharmes back in that number 9 car, it looks like. Casey Childers in the 92. I like that paint job. Mason Orndorff, our pole sitter, our points leaders, way back here in 6. Dorian Wolf, Brumbelow, Howard. Devin Howard's back in the 10th spot with Michael Hicks. Man, this is some good fields here, Chubb. Good job on making a feature there, buddy.
Thank you.
You don't like the high side very often, but you're ripping it around the high side pretty good there.
Yeah, but no, all the way up against the wall.
I tell you what, man, Douglas Stewart's had some bad luck. Him and Tim Trowbridge. Douglas Stewart's ran up front all season. He's should be a multi-winner this season in a few series. It's just not worked out for him. I'd love to see that car pick up a win before the season's over. Get a little momentum going into the next season. Green flag's about to come out for Kendall Tucker. He's won the last 2 super late model races. He's trying to put a late model race this season. So we rip off into turn number 1. Mason Orndorff all the way up to the bumper. He cannot fall backwards. He's got to gain spots after a bad qualifying run. Kendall Tucker's all the way down the bottom against the wall. Douglas Stewart ripping it around the high side. Casey Childers sees that bottom line. He's trying to around the high side by Tyler Descharmes. He's ripping it high wide on the outside in that 9 car. Tyler falls back a couple positions as Orndorff puts it on his nose and parks it. That's not pretty good for Orndorff. He's going to not make friends like that. He's going to still be trying to race get it back. So it was in his blind spot. We got 2 sticks in the air and a race is on. Kendall Tucker. Kendall sticks it in the air. Douglas Stewart comes out to the inside. White flags out. Kendall Tucker again. Douglas Stewart second. Descharmes, Childers, Orndorff, and Howard trying to do top 6. Coming to the checkered flag. Here comes Kendall Tucker. Kendall Tucker to the checkered flag. He picks up the win. Douglas Stewart second. Descharmes third. Casey Childers, Orndorff, and Howard. Round out your cars that are going to make the feature. Gene Wolfe will be on the outside, front row of the B main. Ooh, that was some good racing out there. Dan, I tell you what, these races are stacked, and they're still even more stacked as here we go to heat race number 3 with World Pro Hayden Carwell starting first. Jamie Massey, you can't see him back there, but I swear he's starting second. Lane Phillips and Dawson Lowe, your second row. We haven't seen Dawson in a while. Bryson Dafford and Alex Brewer. Austin Good from Coots Home Comfort. What's up, Austin? Leslie Barber, Wild Child, number 33. Curtis Dafford, he's been running great as of late. Had a great run in the asphalt ETI Southern Super Series race last Monday. We race again next Monday. Dialing to work. He's back out here. We usually see him. Left team in Hot Rod and Modifieds. Alan's gonna give it a go. Tim Travers did not do good in qualifying. He probably figures, hell, if I start last, maybe they won't run over me. We're gonna go racing here in one lap. Flags out as Hayden Carlos he gets a hell of a jump on Jamie Massey. Jamie's got Lane Phillips all the way up his bumper with Dawson. Jamie and Hayden having a hell of a run right now. 2 laps to go. Massey looking past Hayden. He slides up in front of Hayden. As they go down the back straightaway, here they go down. Slide up in Jamie Massey. Slide across his nose. Jamie rips it back down to the bottom. Here they come with the white flag. Jamie's in the flag. He's going to keep on going. With the monsters of dirt in his mind. Hayden second. Slides up in front of Jamie Massey back down to the bottom. Here they go down the back straightaway. Jamie's got the bottom. He's going to hold the bottom. Come out of turn 4. Jamie Massey picks up the heat race number 1 win. Hayden Carlos second. Phillips led. Down and Bryson Dafford right out your top 6. Austin Good will start 3rd in the B main. Good race, Jamie. Good race, Hayden. So, Chubb, we got 6 cars making it out of this race, don't we?
Let's see.
I'm gonna need your eyes. Gonna need your eyes.
Well, I'll send them to you. They might not make it in time, though.
What's that?
My eyes.
Oh, yeah. Did Christopher Long make the race? He must have made the race.
Yeah, he finished right ahead of me.
Hey, Christopher Long, if you see any yellows, just throw them, buddy. I appreciate your help. Multi-car. Alright, so we got only multi-car wrecks, guys. We'll get a caution. Single car wrecks get turned around and get going. Top 6 make it the right way. Good luck. Dean Reynolds is on the pole. They got a new front end on that FTM hot rod. They're ready to go. Gene Wolf's on the outside. Front row with Austin Good, the B-Main Bandit in third. Carter Long, he didn't have a good mini stock race. He's trying to make the feature here tonight in the pros. Aaron Brumbelow, he's a novice pro late model champion from last year. And we'll see how he does in this heat race, or this B-Main. Leslie Barber, he's wild as shit, but let's see if he can hold it together, stay off everybody, and make this race. Troy Dorian and Caleb Davis, Austin Thomas, Alex Brewer, Curtis Dafford, Michael Hicks, Austin Woodward way back here in the 24. David Ellens and Tim Trowbridge starts last once again. We got 10 laps I think it is. Green flags out, all the way to there we go, 10 laps, here we go. 4 wide going into 3 and 4, holy cow, Dean Reynolds on the bottom. Gene Wolf up to second, Dean Reynolds in first, Gene Wolf second, and Leslie Barber all the way up to third on the bottom. Good teammates on the outside there. Carter Long and Aaron Brummel round out your top 6. Everybody else is trying to get by. Caleb Davis, Alex Brewer is right there with them, running around on the high side. Somebody's making a hell of a run there in that 54. Oh, that's Troy Dorian in the 55. Outside. Laps are clicking off quick right now. Dean Reynolds is out front. Gene Wolf is as quick as possible as they're all in transfer spots. Dorian in the 55 is the transfer car as they're stacking up back here. Let's see as they all stay off each other. Good racing out here. Here comes Gene Wolf looking to the bottom in this B-Main. The 642 on the inside. Dean Reynolds holds him off. And Gene slides right back up the Leslie Barber's nose. Here comes Barber down on the inside. He's going to get Gene Wolf. Sitting back there watching it with Carter Long and Dorian. He's got a chance to run up there. He's really got the top 6. He just needs one spot. That's what's cool. Dean Wolf falling off that challenge for the lead. Now Lindsey Barber's in second. Gene Wolf's in third. He also gets fourth. Barber slides it up back to the inside, back to the bottom. He's on the transfer spot. 3 laps to go. What a race. What a B-Main. Coming to the white flag, Dean Reynolds has got this race under control right now with Leslie Barber in second. Going down the back straightaway, Leslie just needs to realize they're in the feature, but he's going for the win. He's going to slide up to Dean. Dean's going to pass him back. Really? Leslie, come on, man. Leslie going to take the win, roughing up Dean. Gene Wolf, Austin Good, Long, and Dorian are going to round out your field with Brumbelow 7th.
I'm sorry.
This is always making friends out there. I'm going to get another video this week. Oh my God. They both made it in the feature, but it's just the way he did it. It was just a little rough, a little unnecessary, but hell, you might as well call it Leslie Unnecessary Barber. Let's go racing, guys. We're going into the feature here. 14-time Monsters of Dirt champion Adam Hover's on the pole with world champion Kendall Tucker on the outside. Jamie Massey is second in the points, only 7 points behind points leader Mason Orndorff. The race is on. He starts third. Mason's starting 13th, so Jamie has a chance of winning another championship. Joseph Grandy starts on the outside of Jamie on the second row. Douglas Stewart and Hayden Cardwell's your third row, with Daniel Adam, Tyler Ducharme your fourth row. Lane Phillips, Christopher Long, Casey Childers, Dawson Lowe, Mason Orndorff, and Anthony Chubb Cottle. Chris Herrera, Dylan DeWert, Bryson Dafford, Devin Howard, Dean Reynolds, Leslie Barber, Austin Good, Gene Wolfe, Carter Long, and Troy Dorian round out your field here. What a field it is. Green flags out. 35 laps of racing here before we go big block racing. This is the MOD World Championships. Wrapping up the final. Damn, who was that? He just cleaned him out. I saw that coming from a mile away. You'd think he'd hit the brakes before he went in there and just totaled out the guy like that, but over his head. Sometimes you get these Monsters of Dirt features and everything comes up on you quick. We're going to go back racing immediately. We don't do these laps under caution. That's why we don't do fast repairs. Get this thing going again. Adam Hobart's out front. Looking to dominate yet another Monsters of Dirt show. 14-time champion. He drives it off at turn 4. He's only 55 points off the lead in the points race. He's still not out of the points championship, especially with this many cars. We only have 30 laps in the season. You can see how early the whole series. Series. Adam Hobart's won 4 Pro Late Model Championships. Jamie Massey. That's the only active drivers in the race that's won championships in the series. The Tuckers took over the lead from Adam Hobart. Back down on the inside. He's looking to take the lead back with Jamie Massey in third. Jamie Tucker, he's picked up 4 wins this season so far. Getting the Tuckers. Hayden Cardwell and some other boys back with him as Hayden's right here. Jamie Tucker, Hobart, Ducharme, Cardwell, man, Granny, get up there, he's on the road, top 5, you don't get much better in the field we got going on. They're ripping it down the back straight, Jamie Massey rips it through 3 and 4, Tucker up against the wall, they come right at you, Jamie settles back inside, Ducharme takes it from out of Hobart, that might be it for his prime last season. Slams on the brakes in front of the field. He's out of it. Adam got roughed up a little bit, and then about another lap later, we finally get the caution. We're going to go right back to green flag racing. That sucks for Adam, as he was out front safely, but once he fell back in the grips of the field, it only took one little bump, and he got bumped up into the wall. Got roughed up a little bit. We're going back racing. Let's go. EOL took care of himself. Adam Holber slammed on the brakes and wrecked half the field in the back after catching a little damage. He gets the EOL, but he's in the pits. Crashed again. Let's see what happened to Blaine this time. Cautions, definitely 3 cautions. Start alone, goes up there and gives him We're going to go back racing as soon as possible here with 21 laps to go, as we've had our 14-time champion on the pole getting some damage and coming off the walls. Our car's caught him. Now we're on a little caution streak. Let's see if we can't get off of this caution streak and get back to green flag racing, because these guys up front, Tucker, Ducharme, Cardwell, Massey, Stewart, they were putting on a hell of a show, and they will put on a hell of a show if our guys let them. Grandy and Childers, they want to be part of that show. Mason Orndorff's trying to get a championship. He's got to finish within 1 position of Massey, or possibly 2 positions, but with double points tonight, you definitely want to be Mason's down bottom. No, that's Mason at top. Traffic's thick. Much room. 19 to 35. Kennel Tucker still your leader, but just Sharms moved up to second. Up in the top 5 now. He's points racing. If he can finish right around, it's going to be good. Still snag this championship. In his first season of the Monsters of Dirt, he hasn't messed around with any series. As we only have 15 laps to go in this season with the early goals. Tucker. the lead down to 9 car. Kendall Tucker's on his bumper with Jamie Massey right behind him. Jamie Massey to the left. These guys will mess up and go sliding high. Jamie's trying to get that championship. And here comes Mason. Mason jumping in the middle. Top 5 will probably locking up for Mason. But Mason slides right up in front of Hayden. Mason is not the championship race. It's the middle for the first feature win. Also, Kendall Tucker with a slide job in front of Tyler Newshire back to the bottom. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Championships in 2025-2026. Winter Series here in Boston. Coming to our next Tuesday night and this Tuesday night here in Eldora. If we got the big box tonight, we're going to finish out these Pro Late models. Tyler going to take that spot back once again. Here comes Kendall Tucker back down to the inside. Kendall Tucker to the inside. Jamie Massey right on the bumper of Tyler. Mason right on the bumper of Jamie. Here they go. Looks like he sees him. He'll have 2 flags on it. Kentucky Newshire goes right across the front of the car. Side by side. Kendall Tucker works it to the bottom. He goes inside. Kendall Tucker takes the lead, bounces off the wall. Here comes Tyler. Tyler on the inside. Kendall on the outside. They look at you. 1 and 2 coming down the back straight. 0 down the back straight. Is he looking over for one last lap now? Is he going to make it stick? He goes down. Gets the wall. Top 2 down. Here goes Tyler. Tyler from the back. Kendall second. Jamie third. Mason fourth. Here we go. Fourth. Mason Bell got the championship. Joseph Green shows down. Started right at your top 10. Ashley Austin right at your top 10. Race up front. Top 3 to this group. Top 3 to this group. Make it top 4 to Discord. Top 4 to Discord. What a run for Mason, as he's going to be a first-time champion in the Monsters of Dirt. Great job. Great racing all season long. Let's get the camera right for the young man's car as he's got a beat up hot rod, but it's a championship hot rod. Let's get the cameras right here. Oh, there's your champion. All right, let's see. Nobody's in Discord yet. Chubb, how did you do out there, buddy?
I was doing good until I got put in the wall.
Got hammered in the wall.
Yep, 13th.
Mason Nordendorf, come to the Discord. Mason Nordendorf. And we'll wait a few minutes here as Tyler jumps in here. Tyler Ducharme put on one hell of a race tonight and one slide job more than Kendall and picked up the win, man. That was one hell of a race, Tyler. How'd you do it out there, buddy?
Hello? Yeah, it was a really good race. Me and Kendall raced each other for a long time, and we know each other's tendencies. And it was just, I kind of knew I had to be crossing over coming out of 4. And I didn't want to protect because I was like, well, there's a chance I get stuff in the fence. So I just knew I needed to keep myself in that position. And I don't know if him and Jamie got into it there in 1 and 2 or not, but I think that kind of helped me a little bit. And we were able to have a good race to the checkers.
Hell yeah, Mason. I mean, not Mason. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. Tyler. He's new to the league, and you got a win, and you got a second place in the other race, so you're on a good streak here to start your run in Monsters of Dirt, man. So hell of a win out there, even better, a way better show. It gave me something I could actually call out there beside caution lap. So great race out there. Glad to see you pick up a win, and glad to see you in the league, Tyler.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, man. We'll catch you at the next one. All right, Kendall Tucker. Oh, Kendall Tucker comes out here. He doesn't win. He's still always up front, and just needed one more slide job there to pick up the win. Looks like that's just he got the last slide job in. That's pretty much how it happened, huh?
Yeah, just couldn't get myself in position there in 3 and 4 to be where I needed to be to get the job done. So a little bit of contact there from Massey in 1 and 2 sort of hurt any chance we had there, but it's a fun race. Just didn't have enough to keep it out front. But congrats to Tyler on the win.
All right, man. Well, still had a good run out there, Kendall, and you can run the big blocks.
Yeah, we'll probably be at that freight train around the top.
Freight train at the top. Well, maybe you'll win that one, man. He's got 4 wins already this season. Don't be surprised if he picks up number 5 in the next race. Good race out there, Kendall. Good seeing you again, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thanks, John.
All right. Let's get Hayden Cardwell. He's another iRacing superstar and real life superstar. Hayden Cardwell picks up a top 3. I know he's not happy with 3rd. He's a guy who wants to win everything. But Hayden, you got a 3rd place run there. What did you have to do to beat these 2 guys?
Honestly, I just feel like track position means so much at this place. Just kind of one lane on top once it gets settled out, when it gets that slick. I tried to make the bottom work for as long as I could, and it kind of cost me a few spots just by not just getting up. But, I felt like we were going so slow because Kendall and Ducharme were sliding each other every lap. I'm really surprised we didn't wreck, before that any at all. But it just allowed everybody to kind of close in. Like Mason got by me there when I tried the bottom 1 lap, and then just I don't know what happened. 1 and 2, they about wrecked, and then just threw a bomb at 3 and 4 to get 3rd. So strap it in this big block, see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll go win that next one, Hayden. Good race out there, buddy, and we're glad you're out here running with us, buddy. It's a good race, man.
Hey, thank you all the time, John.
All right, buddy. Take care, man. All right, we got a new champion. We got a new champion in the league. He joined the league, and he's pretty much where everybody else jumps in all these different series. Mason's been pro late model and pro late model only, and it paid off. You held off probably one of our best, if not our best, Jamie Massey, and you picked up your first championship. But you didn't do it hiding, man. You started 14th. I was really worried for you, but you ran it all the way up to 4th, and you were giving it hell all the way to the end. We're sitting here looking at your car. Whole front end's beat off of it, but, man, you tell you what, it's a little rough, but it looks like a championship winner, man. Great job, Mason.
There is no way this is happening right now. I thought I didn't have a single chance starting this race because I was like 25th in qualifying, then started 14th, like you said. I was like, my hopes are for them to wreck out or something because I'm going to be stuck here mid-pack the whole time, and just somehow just kept picking them off. And just there's no way that just happened. Last lap pass, there's no way.
Well, there is a way, man. You freaking did it. And you weren't, like I said, you weren't just out there points racing. You were charging. And then when you got up there, I was like, man, Mason, the top 5, you probably got it locked up. And you just kept on moving forward, man. And with those guys throwing sliders, at any moment, it could have knocked you out. And I've seen so many guys lose their championships that way. But not you, man. You held on, you got it, and you got the championship, Mason. That's a awesome job out there. And we've had 117 season champions now, and you're the 117th. So part of our history. We've been around for almost 8 years now, and Mason Orndorff's the MOD champion. Great job, buddy. Who you want to thank on that?
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank you first. It's one of the best legs you can have.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. And Schaefer Constructions, Premier Racing Setups, Howard Home Services, and that's about it, man. Thank you. I cannot believe this happened. I thought there was no way. I thought there was no way. Starting 14th, I was like, it's over, man.
But man,
that's why you never give up, right there.
I tell you what, I'm excited that you're excited, Mason. Man, that shows you.
Thank you.
I tell you what, even the best guys get a little hype. But man, it's good to see you come in here and join the league.
There were so many good guys there tonight.
Man, you set a goal at the beginning. Yeah, man. There's some of the best you can find out there, Mason, man. And you went out there and you set a goal at the beginning of the season is to win this championship. And I'll be damned if you didn't pull it off. And like I said, you had to race to the very last lap against an 8-time Monster Dirt champion, and you held them off and got that championship. So great job, Mason. We're glad to see you as a champion, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having the event.
All right, man. We're going big block racing. We're going to wrap this show up. That's it for the Monsters of Dirt at the World Championships in the Pro Late Models. Now let's wrap this show up, and then we're going to go over to the big blocks. So we'll shut down YouTube and restart it, and everybody else will stay live. So good job out there to everybody, and good job to our new champion, and overall good racing, guys.
Every time you close your eyes, and every time you think about me, you hear thunder in the sky. I'm out the way, and by the way, I hope you lived in what you learned. Hope you go deep into the woods, and you make the wrong turn.
Hope it burns you up like a cigarette, like a last call shot straight to the head.